Curiosity has made my voice to go low and high, and the wind is not allowed the dust to rest on the ground, and the fear is not allowed men and women to sleep so well, and the death of our former president Muhammadu Buhari is not allowing people to think straight about the Nmamdi Kanu court case come July 2025 on the 18th. Yes, there is fear everywhere that the death of Buhari, what could it be? What could be the meaning of this death to the case that has been adjourned to 18th of July 2025? Don't forget, Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja fixed the date on Thursday when the federal government closed its case against the Nmamdi Kanu, the IPOP leader, having called 5 witnesses who testified to establish the terror charges. However, there are strong indications that Nmamdi Kanu may file a no-case submission on the ground that he was not properly linked with the alleged terrorism cases in the country. So this is what we are talking about, and the date has been adjourned to July 18th, 2028, and all hands is crossed and all eyes is gazing at the Federal High Court of Nigeria, and every mind is shaking, and people that are involved, they are quite anticipating for this date to come. And having said all this, remember the case against Nmamdi Kanu, the major case that everybody was thinking about that they are going to take up, the federal government are going to take up, was the case of Nmamdi Kanu declaring former President Buhari dead as at 2017. And everybody was talking about this, and he was so sure about what he's saying. But one thing led to another. This case was dropped, never being prosecuted, never being raised in court, never being no charge was raised against Nmamdi Kanu. And this are beginning to raise questions from some people's life, from people's mind, that why could federal government, not go ahead with this case of Nmamdi Kanu, accusing our former president of being dead, accusing him of a replicant that a man from Jubilee from Sudan is wearing a mask to represent Buhari. And he went on and on to prove this to the whole Nigeria, that we should look at Aisha Buhari, the president's wife. We can take a close look very well that is not always with the man, since he has come back from illness, from London as at then. And he went further to also say that now, as we can see, that Aisha Buhari is living in Dubai, while President Muhammad Buhari is in Dara, living his own separate life. How could it be? And followed by their religion, which is Islam, does not encourage it, does not encourage a man and woman to go on a separate way, to live in a separate apartment, let alone or living in a very high or very distant country that are quite far from each other. So these are the things that Nigeria are talking about. And the death of Buhari, what could it be? What could it translate to this case? What could it be? Is it that it's going to be, adjourned again? No, judges will raise excuses from here and there and other. What would be the fate of Nmamdi Kanu, who has been in detention since 2001, having been, transported from or kidnapped, as the case may be, as Nmamdi Kanu himself claimed, kidnapped from Kenya to Nigeria to imprison him in our correctional center in Abuja. And people are saying that yes, Nmamdi Kanu was correct to have said that Buhari is dead and all that. And I saw a video of one of the Northern elder, that he knew that Buhari has died since about couple of time ago. But why are they just announcing it now? And so many questions that the ordinary man on the street cannot be able to to answer. But having said all this, we'll let all of us wait and see what the federal government or the federal high court could bring out about this case, and how they will infiltrate excuses. So it is quite unfortunate that this matter of Nnamdi Kanu and Muhammadu Buhari could not resolve it. They could not reconcile before his departure. This is quite sad. It's quite not very, very palatable to human life, because forgiveness is very key when it comes to living in unity. Yes, please, Muhammadu Buhari, as you can see, Sunday Igboho is walking up and down. He was talking from Germany yesterday that the person that wish him dead, the person that want to assassinate him, the person that wanted to be perished, the person has gone down before him. The person, as he speak now, is buried. Muhammadu Buhari, former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, was having all the power, all the might, all the will to pull anybody down or raise anybody up. But he was using the pulling down tool to bring down a person like Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. Now you are stepped into the same shoe, having all the power, all the mind, all the political will to bring some people up and to pull some down. So some people that I wish that you free, you use your veto power to free this time around, should be somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, because this guy is brilliant. Everybody knows him. In the whole Africa, if we are to count the most brilliant people in Africa, brilliant young men in Africa, he should be counted as one or two, or number two in the whole Africa, if not the world. So keeping such person in a prison is quite like a dormant account that has billions of naira or dollar, but at the same time still being dormant. Please look at this issue very well, because there are some cases that have been trashed out. The DSS was talking the other day. They said that what they caught in his hotel, they were not substantial. So all these are the things we should look into. President Tinubu, look into it, because before you know, now you too, you will go, you will die, you must die. That one is sure, that one is settled, but the time is not when we don't know. Buhari did not think that he was going to die this year, though there was a record that he's been dead, but that is not what we are talking about now. But nobody knew when he will go. Baba, you too, you are getting old, anything can happen. Please make sure you reconcile this case. Make sure you free Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu